use a device like this in a closed covering with metal, which is a car, truck, anything else, bus, whatever, it's now radiating the metal around you. And over a length of time, that metal will become fatigued and radioactive. You say one can't do it? It's not one. Because I'll bet you, I'd be willing to make that bet here, that more than half of you in here tonight either own one or have one on your body. It's another way of life. Well, if you have one on it, learn to get a diode and put it on there too. What I do is to put enough diodes on where I lose the signal, then I take them off, then I know now I'm controlling those waves. Two from that. One didn't do it. What this device does is to broadcast a frequency that is responsive to another frequency on whatever these devices you have. They're called microwaves. And you have on this planet electromagnetic fields. You have electrical broadcasting units. Our whole planet is made up of wavelengths. You're constantly living in a sea of wavelengths. If you could see them, you'd go crazy because you'd be trying to dodge like a bunch of laser beams. You walk through a sea of radiation. So you cannot avoid radiation and live on a planet, at least a planet like this one. I haven't lived on the other one remembering yet. So consequently, I will only say is, you have frequencies that you're walking through. Those that correspond with your body or your body can set up a defense for, or they're so fast, you don't even know you walk through them. You can live with that. But the ones that slow down, the extra low frequencies, the little elf, that's how I want you to remember this, extra low frequencies are the ones that can tear you apart literally and figuratively because they're slow propagations, what they call, used to be, when I was in school, they used to call them again cycles per second. Now they call them hertz. Same way of disguising the same subject. 5 to 15 hertz and lower is synchronized with your brain waves, sometimes your heart resonance, your blood pressure, the whole bit. That's why they can raise your blood pressure for you. But the doctor didn't tell you that when he's taking your blood pressure, did he? By the way, if you take blood pressure, you better take it 3 times a day. Don't take anybody's advice on just waking up in the morning and taking it, in the afternoon and take it at night. You got to take it 3 times a day, and you need to do it for 2 days in order to get a good blood pressure raising, because your food can raise your blood pressure. Your thoughts can always affect your pressure. That's what yogas show and martial artists show. You begin to control that. And anytime you have these gadgets around, they're always going to work with your blood pressure. They didn't tell you that either, did they? When you use this device, it takes the signal and it bounces it off something else synchronized, another one like this, to get that. But it works through what they call towers. And everything now is Wi-Fi. And he said, no, it's not a wife that I had or a wife that you have, it's Wi-Fi. Okay? But you can remember it that way if that helps. That means wireless direct. That means no cable. They got cables here now. Over there, the wires, wire cable. By the way, all those cables also emit energy too. You step over that, now you're stepping on the energy field. When you get wireless direct, you don't have to have a direct cable link. You have an energy that's speeding towards you and from you. Whichever way now, when you're using that, you're getting radiated. Again, 5 to 15 hertz synchronizes as low frequency microwave oven. Microwave emission. Microwave ovens is another one that uses that. You notice the principle there. When you get hungry and you want to eat and you put something in a microwave oven, there's a klystron tube within that microwave oven. What it does now, if you notice, the plate in there is cold, but the food is warm. The food is warm because it has moisture in it. When you're drinking it hot or eating it hot, you're eating pure radiation because now that is what makes it hot. That's why the plate is cold and the food isn't. I always say give it to your best enemy or your worst friend. But I would use it myself. When you're eating that food, that is a propagation, that's a possibility. Also, usually, they're in kitchens. And in that kitchen, you usually will have a refrigerator. And there's always a bleed out of ions from that klystron tube, no matter what you do. They will say it's not, they know it isn't. And over a length of time, it will speed back to that coils behind your refrigerator. Then that coils, it's freon gas. Then that freon gas goes to your ice chest. After a year's time, your whole refrigerator is radioactive. And of course, the freon gas is in there. What can you say about it? But don't worry, that's just the beginning of the story. In your house, many of you have bedrooms. Some of you actually sleep. Well, next thing you're going to tell me you breathe, huh? Do some of you actually breathe and sleep?